Hi, everybody. Welcome to the fourth episode and final installment of this current run of Kids on Brooms, Witches, Wizards, and Wonders. It's the last day of school, you guys. And school's happening for like 2 days.
It's so weird.
But we are, we're going to kind of jump right back in where we left off. But first, let's get through a couple of things. So we've changed the rerolls to adversity tokens. You can give players adversity tokens for $10. And for $15, that is a potion, which would be a D6 roll in addition to everything else that you would be doing. Any challenge, you can just put those on. And then Ryan, remind me of the third one, if there was a third. Oh, that's it.
That's it.
Yeah, and then at every 100, the Aurora Borealis storm happens, and that will, that will either basically strip players of magic or boost them to hell. But that also includes anyone they go up against. So it's going to be chaos, all kinds of crazy bad. And quick shout out to our sponsors, Diceomancy, or Level Up Dice. We are part of the Diceomancy program. So if you use our link to shop, buy, browse, whatever, that helps us out a lot. And also for Wormwood Gaming, if you would like to get yourself dice tray, dice vault, all that good stuff, dice towers,
The coffin.
you can use our code Perception at checkout for free shipping. That's very exciting. Anywhere in the USA. Yes, that is that. But hooray! Thanks, guys. And also, Wormwood right now has a Kickstarter for coffin vaults, which are super cool. I think they ship in May.
That's awesome.
But they're pretty. Pretty. Lockerbie just got his. Hooray! So last time, lots of stuff. You guys went to the Finding Caves to try and find Lady Santiago after you were informed by a little Barbigazi that Lady Santiago had gone off by herself, and you returned with a crossbow bolt and one of her knives, saying that she had been captured. Y'all went down there. You were able to work your way around the Mahaha. Tabitha was able to switch that up.
Turned it into a bunny.
Turned it into a little snow bunny. He was very pissed about it. Very angry little bunny.
Yeah.
Oh, adorable. Angry but adorable.
You found Lady Santiago. You went up against a centaur and a fawn. And almost, but did not kill either of them. Did a decent job of non-lethal damage there. However, Kidrick kind of got caught in the crossfire and got a big old fire blast to the face. So he got knocked out, straight up unconscious, hair's all gone, skin's all burnt. But it is a magic school, so he's going to be in the infirmary for a little bit. While they were down there, they also found Kidrick's parents, a young girl who's still unconscious at this moment. And and they were able to rescue Lady Santiago and recover the hub, that big old iron cap that's supposed to go on the top of a pillar that has now crumbled at the Colosseum for the Fracas game. That is the long and short of it. So let's jump back in. Kidrick,
Let's go save the world.
Kidrick, your eyes open up. I would say, Cisco, at this point, you've been informed that your friend has been harmed. So you know Kidrick is not doing well. Is anyone else kind of waiting around the infirmary, waiting for Kidrick to get better?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would definitely be there.
Sure, why not?
I'm like,
What if it gets us moving?
where to do. like for me, it's more of like a respectful, like, he's my friend and I will be there, and I'm probably reading but not at his bedside, so just like in the corner, have a book, just like, you awake yet? All right, no.
Yeah. I'm also going to check in on Kidrick after hearing all the stuff that he went through. After practice, I go also to the infirmary.
Oh, and also, Cisco, since you spent the entire batch of the last session just training ad nauseum for Fracas, please give yourself a +1 to your flight.
Ooh. Oh!
Nice.
Oh, wow. Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Sweet.
And actually, I'm trying to think what everybody else would do. I think kind of fudging these little boosts a bit, because normally this would be through classes specifically, but you all did a bunch of really cool stuff. So I'm going to let each of you kind of take a point in one thing that you did a lot of in the last session. So I think most of you did lots of stuff with either charm or brains, and feel free to take that, because you went out into the world and you applied it.
Would that be a stat?
Yeah, you can add that to a stat. So it's going to be your new base number.
Sweet.
Oh.
I had grit for being burned.
That's
Pretty.
fine.
Smart.
Yeah, Kidrick, you are woken up by one of the nurses in the infirmary. His name is Jer, and Jer is just kind of like applying an ointment to you. All of your scars, as you look at your body, have since healed. So it's not the burns were not permanent, but your hair hasn't quite grown back yet. So you've got this kind of cool pattern just kind of burned in, like all the way around the back. So there's a bit of like a shock of hair at the back, but every place that was facing the fire still hasn't grown back.
Got it.
To your right was Lady Santiago's bed, which is now empty. So you're assuming that she is fine. And then to your left, there's still that young girl who seems to be sleeping peacefully, still unconscious, but doesn't look as bad as she did when you were first recovering her.
Would I have seen Santiago leave?
Yeah, if you were there in the night, she probably just hopped up, kind of gave you a little nod and went back to her house.
Cool.
I'm gonna call for Phineas. Actually, I'm gonna call for mom and dad first. Have they gone back to their house?
Yeah, they're no longer at the school.
Okay.
They left like a little note being like, "Well, son, you found us." Like,
So I'm gonna okay. So I'm calling for Phineas. Phineas.
The voice.
Why is there burnt cream on me?
Well, you did get burned.
I thought I had the high ground.
Oh my god.
It's best not to laugh right now. You're still healing.
I missed the joke, but I laughed in support. Are you okay?
Prequels.
Guess I wasn't the chosen one. Okay, I'll stop. That was the last one. Sorry.
Jared, the nurse, stops helping you and just walks to the other side of you.
Just relax. It's okay.
She got up in the middle of the night. She's okay.
Okay, last question. I don't remember if this happened or not, but I remember my mom and dad being there.
Yeah.
That really happened?
That really happened. They're fine. Yeah.
Okay. What the hell's going on with why was this so cold right here?
Well, you're kind of missing skin
Hair.
and hair.
His skin is back. His skin is back.
Oh, sorry.
Magical infirmary.
yes. You were missing skin, and it's kind of fresh.
Do you want
There's
us
like a
to?
little envelope of the skin that was like burned off, like
that's
just in
horrible.
case you wanted to use it for ingredients.
like-
Oh no.
It's better?
Jeez.
Kidrick, you did really well. You
let's go.
saved so, like a lot of people, and you know, like I can't thank you enough for saving Lady Santiago. Thank you so much. And if you want, I can help. I can attempt to get your hair back. I can try and transfigure your hair if you want.
Dude,
It could also be real funny if I mess up.
but this ain't funny. I say yes. So let's go for it.
All right, here we go. I'm gonna try and expedite. Specifically, I want to expedite the growth of his hair because the hair's still there. There's still roots. I want to expedite.
All right, so this is gonna be a charm check, and we'll make this like
God.
like an 8, I think.
Okay.
So hard.
Okay, here we go. Where's my D6 and D4? Okay, cool. Here we go. And then do I get any bonuses there? I got a 7, but I'm gonna use a adversity token,
Okay.
so it'll be an 8.
Nice.
All right.
Just.
Nice. Yeah, just made it. So yeah, suddenly Kidrick, your head is warm again. It's just like boop.
See here, it's just kind of coming.
Looks like baby hair.
It's all
Use your
downy and
imagination.
delicate.
Use your
It's like
imagination.
toddler hair.
Oh no.
Like, oh, you know, whatever. Right, it'll fill in, right? Okay, don't worry about it. It's okay.
Yeah, it'll be
so,
fine. Just wear a hat for a little bit. It'll be good.
Cisco, man, I believe in you. We all believe in you. We're all trying to give you like not a heads up, but like some kind of advantage, so we could, you know.
Yeah, you've been practicing all day yesterday,
Yeah,
right?
man.
I did, and we went into some sort of time chamber where time was limitless, and
Yes.
I'm just kidding. It felt like that though. It felt like that. But you know, I look at Ace and I'm like, Ace has really come a long way. if I had known, if I had known that the fate of the world was gonna rest in this game, I might have chosen like a German Shepherd or something. But I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, Ace. You're gonna do great.
While you two are having this conversation, the young girl in the bed stirs, and Cisco, she looks very familiar to you.
Are you? No. Is she awake? You said?
No, she just stirs. She's stirred in the bed. She's unconscious right now.
Do you know her?
She she looks like someone that I turn around. I don't want to like make eye contact, and I just like she looks like someone I thought I had lost a long time ago in Cuba.
We found her in the ice.
Yeah, she was.
And she hasn't aged a day since then.
You okay?
I'm okay.
Wake her up.
She needs to rest. I don't know. I don't know if this is like a trick or if this is real.
Dude, we found Kidrick's parents. This isn't a trick.
Yeah. They were fine.
Want to just leave her a note for right now? I mean, until you're ready.
Yeah. I'm gonna leave a note. I don't know what to say. I want to. This I explained to you guys I don't know if you remember, but I explained this to Tabitha a couple weeks ago. You guys didn't hear this, but I explained that story, and if you need me to repeat it, I can again. But I explained that story to you guys as well about the bridge, my losing one of my best friends. Yeah. It just doesn't feel real. Can that really be her? You really think that's her? Okay. No, I'm just gonna go wake her up.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll be right here if you need us. Literally right behind you.
Thanks, you guys. And I go and. Oh, this is heavy. Oh, I missed a lot last week.
And how old was she? She was 8 or so when.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So she's still looking about 8 years old. So when you give her a little shake, her eyes kind of just blink open. She looks up at you and she looks a little confused.
Hey, it's me. Yeah. I can't believe you recognized me. It's been like 10 years. Yeah. I haven't seen you in 10 years. I just go and I hug her, and I can't believe you're alive. I thought I'd lost you.
She just hugs you back, a little confused. She looks at the rest of you behind him. Are these your new friends?
They are. Yeah, they're the ones who found you. Are you hurt? Do you need anything right now?
No. It's good to see you.
Siska just like breaks down when on that note. It's good to see you. Just bawling like it's good to see you too. We're gonna fix all of this, okay? Okay. I promise.
Tired.
You're safe. You're safe now.
She kind of lays back down. She gives you a sweet little smile, and she kind of goes back to sleep. She's had a rough.
Go to sleep. Duérmete, okay? Está bien. And I oh my God.
Come back for 5 minutes, you're crying.
What the fuck?
Emmy goes to.
As she goes to sleep, I turn around and I look at Kidrick.
It's real, man.
Thank you. I gotta win this fucking game, dude. I gotta win this game.
World. Who currently is holding on to the hub? Where did that land?
I think I had it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wrote it down that I had it, so
Yeah.
there.
Cool. All right, and Tabitha, you're not here, right? You're in your room. You're.
Yeah, I'd probably go give it to the headmaster to like put it back on the thing.
Okay.
Right? Maybe I do that this morning. Why not?
You go to find the headmaster, and Headmaster Larbear is not in his office.
What a dick. He's making me look for him. That's rude. I'm not gonna give it to anybody except him.
Okay.
I don't trust anybody.
Sure. Make a. Actually, make a brains check while you're in his office, please.
That's a D10. This one.
It's a D10.
7. 7.
Awesome. You do find a note from Professor Larbear, and it says, quite simply, "I found the mirror you had set up. What a brilliant idea. I am going to go to the other plane and try to strike a deal."
Oh my god!
Oh yeah, we said Cisco. We set up a plane. So what we're trying to do is jump over to the other dimension.
We don't know this yet.
This is me, sir.
Yeah.
Oh,
Just-
sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So
Okay.
Larbear has basically finished your experiment because he is badass headmaster bear, and he's going to try and, like a last ditch effort to protect you kids, has now crossed over to through the veil of the dead to have a.
Is it like a physical note or is it like some magical note that's like on the wall or something?
No, it's not a magical note. It's just on a nice piece of parchment, nice piece of pen, just his regular stationery. The quill is pretty fat, like it's come off of like an ostrich or something, so he can grip it with his bare hands. And yeah,
I take the note
awesome.
and I keep the thing
Yep.
and I leave.
Yeah, so this thing, for scale's sake, for your brain, it's about the size of like a Captain America shield. It's pretty much that. It's a little thicker. It's like 2 inch thick of solid metal. So it's a little annoying to lug it around, but you're able to do it pretty easily.
Can I just like while they were doing their whole thing with Kidrick in the hospital wing, can I, since I don't find Mr. Larbear, can I then go, since I know now that he found the mirror and he's going over to the other side, can I go put the thing, the cap over by the mirror?
Sure. In the tower.
It's in that room, right?
Yeah, in Lazenbeer's tower.
Yeah.
Sure.
So I just want to leave it there.
Awesome.
Token for Cisco.
Hey, thank you for that.
Oh!
So you can mark down you've got one adversity
From
token.
Eldoyer.
From Undoyer. Vamos Undoyers! Thank you. I'm gonna
Your
use
chance at championship. That's very sweet. That's awesome.
that. That's very sweet. You guys are gonna make me cry all day.
There's a sort of a Larbear had been busy throughout the night while the rest of you were recovering or sleeping. There are sort of notices tacked up all around the school as you're all kind of wandering the grounds or leaving the infirmary, and they're basically signs saying all students who wish to know their fate should attend this fracas game this evening. If you don't want to risk your lives, you may leave at any time, but we cannot assist you, kind of thing. So it's like either you just kind of wait or you watch. But basically saying like it's a big deal. Make sure you're there. Mandatory sport, and all the students are kind of buzzing with this. Why is this important? We don't understand. But the six of you, you know why. Hooray.
So at this point, me, Cisco, and Kedrick, and Kiki are heading back to the room, maybe, or because are you healed? Is he healed enough
healed, right.
to start moving around, or?
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's fine.
Okay.
Are we?
Oh, I do.
Are we? Sorry, are we what?
Are you guys leaving?
So
Have
first
we
I'm gonna
seen?
find out
I
how-
want to say. Go for it. Go for it. No, no.
Well, I was saying Lady Santiago was here, right? Before we leave, I assume we want to find out what happened with her, because that was
She passed by Phineas and said she was just going back to work. This is like a day in the life for her, getting knocked out and having fights and whatever. She's fine.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll be able to talk to her later, but I think we've gotten everything we could helping her.
Above game, have we like seen these spirits we're gonna be playing Frockus against? Do I know like what I'm up against?
Kiki's the only one who's seen them using
Oh my God.
divination. But when she saw them, they weren't necessarily playing. They were just kind of floating around doing their thing.
They were the shadow things you saw, right?
Two separate. So the shadow thing with the red eyes that you guys have fought, those were kind of like agents for them who have been collecting new players for the team.
Mr. Anderson. Yeah.
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 But yeah, you haven't seen them in action yet.
Well, you guys, I don't know what we're up against later today. All I know is we gotta win. So
Oh
I'm
yeah,
not-
and you guys found a dead kid. Sorry, you guys found Clyde Bath in the Finding Caves. So
I'm glad no one else was hurt, and we found everyone.
Go to the body bag as I walk out. Oh, yeah, there's a dead person.
I'm glad everyone's okay except for you.
Yeah, we gotta win this tonight, and I don't. I want to say this here. If like I don't, because the fate of the world kind of depends on it or whatever. If you, Kidrick, if you want to like help out, I won't say no. Okay.
I should never ask. Okay.
But you gotta make it. You gotta make it subtle. Okay. You gotta make it subtle.
Of course.
Okay.
Of course. That's everything I do is settle. I'm
Okay.
going around. Everyone's like, right, guys, right? I'm just smoking my new
He
hair.
just has this face.
So
It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine.
That we create a mirror so we can look in on the spirit
As we're
realm.
walking
We
back to
can
the tower?
Yeah. So
Oh, yeah.
So we're walking back to the tower, explain to him that we created this mirror that we could literally look at the team and their team and see how they're playing, see what their tactics
Their
are,
rules
and maybe
are.
learn something about them,
Wow.
how we can defeat them.
That's really cool.
as you guys are heading up the tower, Tabitha, you see her just lugging the hub. She catches you guys.
And then I tell them about the note that I found.
Awesome.
Mr. Larbear already went to the other side. He already used the mirror.
Yeah. He's apparently there now, I'm assuming, because he probably would have ripped up that note if, he came back. So I think he's still there.
So I guess the game
That's-
still continues.
We must play our part, and I guess Larbear will play their part, his part.
Oh no.
Well, should we take a look first?
Yes,
Yes.
Through the mirror?
you both did a lot of work. Denise and I did great this, and I
Yes.
want to see if it works. Obviously, it works.
Yeah, we never
Robert.
got to use it ourselves since we got sidetracked with going after
True, we
Lady
never-
Santiago.
Yeah.
So we definitely should try it out.
Yeah.
All right. I think Harvey, you should give it a shot.
I wasn't the one that made it. I mean, I'm up for
Fair
it,
enough.
but I don't know if the people who made it want to. I feel like Phineas knows more about it than anyone else.
Yeah, I'll give it a look through. So yeah, I step up to it and notice all the corrections that the headmaster had made, and like, oh yeah, okay, okay.
Yeah, it's all fine tuned. He's just like erased all this extra mathematics that he
Right.
did. Just like nope. He
What do-
grades you. There's like a little C plus.
Aw. Oh damn it!
no!
Still getting graded.
Slightly above average.
All right, I'll look through it.
Okay. So we'll call this divination. So I'll let you use your brains for this one.
Oh, good. Oh, not great. It was a
And-
D20, but with a 5, that's not great. Is that magic?
Yeah, I don't have a chance to give you difficulty, but yeah, that ain't it.
6 now with magic. Oh, God.
Yeah, so you trying to like you're just struggling between what your previous notes were, what you thought was going to work, and then trying to now incorporate Larbear's corrections on the board. It's just getting jumbled in your head. So as you try, it's just something didn't match up. You kept in the wrong equation or something.
He's doing Arcana calculus, and I haven't taken that yet. I don't.
I looked at Kiki. Kiki, don't you really good with divination? We saw these already. Maybe your connection could help give us a clearer picture.
I mean, I can try. I'm not so good with mathematics and all that stuff, but I'll give it a shot.
This will be a difficulty of 9 for you.
Okay. Brains?
Brains, yeah.
Okay.
Brains.
James.
Get with this.
Downloads.
Dudes.
Magic. 14.
Ooh.
Oh!
Shit. Okay. Awesome. Yeah, almost without thinking about it, Kiki, because you sort of peered into this place before. You're like, oh, that's what that number meant. Bam. And the second you do that, the mirror just ripples. And the second it solidifies again, it's just like, it's still reflecting out, but you're able to see, instead of your own sky, you see a completely different planar scape. Everything is lit in pinks and greens and blues. All the light is constantly swirling. Far in the distance, you see the unmistakable silhouette of Larbear, who is speaking to a shadowy spirit who is wearing sort of like a coach's uniform. He's got a whistle around his neck, and you can see. So a normal team is made up of 3 players, and he currently only has 2. One of the people on the team you now recognize as the child who was tickled to death by the Mahaha in the caves, Clyde Bath. So he's now got himself a broom, and he's now on the team. There's another kid you don't recognize, and he's like trying to the coach is like yelling at Larbear. You can't hear him, but he's just like.
Very aggressive hand movements.
Yeah,
Wait, can everybody see this too, or is it just me?
Yeah. The mirror is open, so you've basically unlocked this visual portal to the plane.
Is that Clyde?
Yeah. Guess he joined the other side.
Well, I mean, he did die in the caves.
Right.
I don't know if you guys saw that, but when I fell, I saw him and I was like, well, good riddance, because that kid was annoying.
Yeah, I poked him with my wand just to see if he was still alive.
You're
He wasn't.
assholes. I mean, he was already dead. Like, literally, we couldn't do anything. He was blue, and he, it was gross.
Yeah.
We didn't like it.
Can we walk through the mirror?
In its current state, no. You'd have to alter it a little bit further.
Because I kind of want to go over there. So I'll try to alter it to see if to allow us to walk through. Maybe Tabitha, since we know you're good with portals, you can help.
Maybe. Let's see.
Yeah, let's do charm check for 10.
Ooh, okay. I rolled an 8, but I have +2 for charm, so
Nice.
10.
And did you add your D4 for your magic?
Oh, nope, I didn't even add the D4. So the D4 would be another 2, so 12.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right.
Got it. We got it.
Yeah, so you're.
We need
you're
my
kinda-
I think we'll pretend like she's helping, even though she's not. She's like, you're welcome.
Wave.
So you kind of focus in on the mirror, and you're getting you're kind of gleaning what that connection actually feels like, and you just kind of you find the magical dial, and you just twist it with your wand to the point where the mirror starts rippling again. And now if you touch it, it's like cool liquid on your finger, but you are able to pass through.
All right, I'm going through.
We all hold hands and just we're gonna go through one at a time.
So Harvey, you jump through, and it's just it's like jumping into a bath of ice water. It's super constricting at first. It's shocking to your system, but after a moment you adjust and you look around. You're still in the same tower, but everything is just brimming with light. Every stone is emanating its own sort of aurora borealis style light. You're still in the same tower, and you can kind of see the shadowy figures of your friends on the material plane. So you can see Tabitha, you can see Kidrick and Kiki, and
Can we
everybody.
see them?
If you look through the mirror, it's getting weird because now it is still reflecting back, so you can see Larbear and all of them like out in the distance on the ice.
Right.
But now, if you're looking forward, you can also see through the mirror, and when you're looking through the mirror, you can still see Harvey. So it's like almost like a two-way window. You can see the reflection, and you can see through the glass.
That's cool.
That hurts my brain.
Dada, let's go. Come on. Ah!
Wait for me.
All right.
What is wrong with all these guys? Oh, jeez. Okay, I walk through.
Is everybody
Yeah,
jumping in?
Yeah.
I think
Tabitha?
Tabitha hasn't
And
yet.
I stick my head back out. Vamos, let's go. Vamos, come on.
We
I go
agreed.
one disco, and then I walk in.
All right. So all of you go in. You have a very similar physical experience. Shockingly cold, and then just sort of like tingles. It's that feeling right before pins and needles gives up on you. That sort of like just residual tingle. That's with you the entire time you're here in this plane.
I think it's all frequencies. It's like on our plane, we vibrate at this frequency, and here it's.
Yeah.
You get it.
You get it. I do get it. Yeah. So now you all are in a mirrored version of this tower. But yeah, physically it's the same. But now when you look out the window, you can see Larbear, you can see that coach, and you can see two of those spirits out on the plane. I'm sorry, by the plane I mean the sort of Arctic frost. You see lots of ice, lots of snow, and all that jazz.
Looks like we're about to meet our opponents.
Your opponents.
That's true. You're the only one.
Oh, true.
Disco, another thing you did learn while you were practicing all day yesterday is that Carlos Rodriguez is alive and well, and he also made it to the team. So he is your compatriot. Yeah. So it's you two.
I love that even more, to be honest.
Yeah, it's you two and a girl named Cindy are on the team.
Cindy.
Indy.
Okay.
Does she have a bunny?
Sure. Yeah, she has a bunny.
But
Actually, no, she can't have a bunny. She has to have because we've got Ace for the land, so she'd have to have like a bird or a fish or something like that, something aquatic or something aerial.
Cindy.
Yeah. Carlos.
She has an octopus.
Perfect. She has an octopus.
Great.
That's awesome.
That's cool.
Well, best.
Hey, we're here.
So I want to go to where the team either practices or their locker room, or I just want to kind of make my way. You know, I assume they're around like the Coliseum, or are they near? Like,
they're not actually. They're not at the Coliseum. They're kind of just outside this building. So it's like Larbear hopped out the window, left this tower, left the building, and just kind of walked out on the ice, found the coach, and they're just kind of yelling out in the open at each other.
okay, so let's go. How about you and I go? Do we want to go to talk to the library, see what they're doing? I don't think we can help them out. Shouldn't we all like go find the team? You know, look at the team.
I think we should go meet our. Yeah, we should go face to face, look our enemy in the eye, and size him up.
Yeah, maybe
It's like intimidation tactics, you know.
I'm kind of scared because I'm still remember being attacked 2 days before and burned the day before.
Well, it looks like they have their players, so hopefully that means they're not attacking anymore, unless I don't know. They have two.
There's two, but a Fracas team has three.
They need one more.
Yeah, so since they only have two, maybe you guys shouldn't go too near that coach because he'll probably try to poach you.
That actually changes my whole plan. So thank you, Tabitha.
Yeah, I feel like we need to be protecting Cisco because we need to make sure he's here to play the game.
Yes.
For us. Yeah.
I mean, if anything, we just don't let on that he's on our team.
Oh, you know what we should do? We should try to like get him to recruit Phineas because he sucks at Fracas.
It's true.
That's actually not a bad idea.
I know.
Yeah.
I spin Phineas around. Phineas, you gotta take a dive. You gotta do this.
I mean, you're only gonna die. It's okay. Like, it's not too bad. Maybe Mr. Larbear can bring you back. Who knows?
Wait, was that the
That was
rules? I
real.
thought just if they lost, then everything goes back to normal.
I don't know how things work.
I just see Danny just rips his notes. It's like,
Throws the notebook again.
honestly, if we can resurrect you,
Some yaman in here. We'll do a sacrifice.
I gotta be honest, Tabitha.
Come and you'll eat us all as sand. It'll be great, but instead of snow.
We said it, Tabitha, but it was Phineas. I gotta say, it was your response that it was like, "Oh shit, we can do this!" Like I thought, you're the brains, and you seem like you could make this work.
Is there a mostly dead spell we could do? Or
Well, I mean, we're already on this side. I went to this side willingly, so maybe I don't have to die necessarily since I'm here already.
But what happens to you if you're on the losing team? Do you have to stay here?
Well, I don't feel it's probably like fight to the death per se.
Well, yeah, but
I don't know. I mean, like if we're able to transport between worlds now,
I mean, you being on a team sabotages them, and then you could do more sabotagey stuff. You know, you hang out with Kidrick a lot, so I mean, that's his like.
I mean, it's not a bad thing to ask them once we get over there, for sure.
Why would we tell them our plan?
No. Just like, hey, if you need another player, like Phineas is really good.
I gotta say, I thought about it. This is a ridiculous plan. We can't sacrifice Phineas. I almost lost someone precious to me, and now I can't just throw Phineas in there.
So all you people with
You.
Yeah, I feel like I would be happy with pushing Phineas over to their side.
Harvey.
I've been trying to let this guy Phineas know that life is hard anyway. So, you got to do what you got to do. You got to take one for the team.
Maybe we should vote because I'm worried about maybe losing him. You know, and
I think they have really good books on this side that we've never read before.
It sounds like he wants to do this.
Phineas,
You know,
I'm voting against it, but I'm not you, so I'm not
all
gonna.
our magic is we've been doing some incredible stuff in the last couple of days, and we're getting better and better. I'm sure whatever happens to Phineas, we can figure out something.
I think we could do it. I think we're pretty good wizards.
Well, hold on. Before we do this, let me try and divinate and look into the future and make sure that you're okay. You know, I can
do that.
Yeah.
You've been holding out on us.
No.
You literally see the future.
I can try.
I believe in you, Kiki. I believe in you. I look and like you. You can do this.
Okay.
Break the laws of physics. You can do this. You can see it.
No,
I know
no
you
pressure.
can do this.
Okay.
You know what? Fine. I give her. I hold out my. I like literally rip off my bracelet. I give her my evil eye.
Oh, jeez.
Just for now.
Okay.
Just for now.
Don't get to keep it.
Okay. I'll try. I don't have any of my stuff, so I don't know how well this is gonna work. So
It's gonna be hard. So
Yeah.
we're gonna. I'm gonna call this a 13.
okay. Out of brains.
Brains.
Oh,
Can I by giving her my. Can I give her
Can we just all hold hands? Can we all hold hands and do this? Like a fucking chanting circle.
Yes, but that will give her like a 1 boost for all of you as a group, and then the evil eye will give her another 1 boost. Add 2 to whatever you roll.
Okay, and then the 4 because it's magic.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
Come on.
But if anyone, I mean, technically, you could add extra adversity tokens to that too. I think.
Yeah, and you can, and if you're all joined hands, you could all hypothetically add your tokens in for this one.
I'm holding hands with Tabitha
Yeah.
and Harvey.
Okay, here we
Harvey
go.
Venus.
Let's do the enchantment.
This is stupid.
That's not the enchantment.
It's so stupidly cute.
Kiki is the MVP.
All right,
So
Kiki,
good.
what were you trying to divine specifically? And I'll give you my best.
Okay, so specifically, I was trying to glean what the outcome would be for Cisco and Phineas. Like, I wanted to make sure.
Of the game?
No, well, no,
I
not
was
the outcome of the game. Outcome, like, what happens
dead.
to both of them at the end of the game.
Like,
If
if
they're
we
okay or
sacrifice
not.
Phineas and be like, go to the other
Can we
team.
bring I thought if we could bring
Oh.
Phineas back. Or...
I see.
Right.
Okay. So here's the vision that you see.
Oh boy.
You see the pitch of the Coliseum, the end of a fracas game. You see Cisco and Phineas standing facing each other. Phineas is incorporeal. He is misty. He looks like one of the spirits you saw kind of swirling around in your previous vision. And the second you see the walrus, the ball, hit the ground, you see Phineas just kind of fade away.
Okay, I relay this information. So, sacrificing Phineas may not be such a good idea because at the end of the game, Phineas is in spirit form, and good news, we should win, but you're no longer here.
For the good of all humanity and our school.
Though we can't sacrifice our friend. That's like against like an Arsenari code.
Gotta be another
I
way.
think it's in the code.
I think. Who knows?
Code is a living document. It's
More like that.
Phineas, I can't let you. I can't, man. It's your. I mean, Bah.
Let's go about it honestly. Let's honestly go about, sabotaging them. Let's see.
You know what we should do? We should go ask Professor Larbear if we should sacrifice Phineas.
I don't think
He's
that's.
not gonna let us do that.
I don't
I
think
mean,
he's
I'm
gonna
up
let
for
you.
asking, but
Look,
Yeah.
they're gonna find their token, and we're gonna beat them. We're not afraid of whatever they send our way. We have been training for this. As much as I don't like him, Carlos is a decent player, and Cindy is also a great sky watcher, or no, underwater person. So, I think we're going to be just fine. We don't need to sacrifice Phineas.
So are we just
matter
going to
what,
size
we'll
them
win.
up?
So now we go sabotage whatever they're supposed to be
Yes.
doing. Great.
Let's find the walrus head first of all, or do they use brooms, or are they just flying around? How do they get around?
yeah, Brooms.
Brooms, okay. Let's just find their locker room. I would expect these brooms and the walrus head.
Yes, Amber.
I have a question. So we're in this parallel dimension, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so do they have like their own version of it and we have our own version of it and like the two kind of overlap and you can see that, or are like they coming to play with our ball on our field, or are we going to play with their ball on their field?
So
like
the
how
old-
does that work?
So the old contract is okay. Two parts, right? So yes, the two worlds are overlaid on each other. But in normal circumstances, this particular realm that you're currently in, it exists on its own time and space. It's like they can use the Colosseum for their own, and we wouldn't be none the wiser because they're on this plane. We wouldn't notice them. But whenever like the contract games for the school would happen, it's basically a meeting of the 2 points, and the Colosseum becomes the place where both realities are allowed to exist at once. So they would come to our plane, and we would also kind of come to their plane.
They'd like
so just-
overlap.
Yeah, so they overlap, and then you'd be able to play on equal footing. So they would become more corporeal, our team would become less corporeal, but basically it matches them up, makes them even, and becomes a fair game.
So I would assume that before we crossed over, I have taken delivery on my wand, which I had specifically paid to get infused with the ability to affect not just
Washed and
corporeal,
shined.
but non-corporeal, magic. So in other words, I want to be able to affect their, equipment or something with my wand.
You got an adversity token hanging out there somewhere?
I do.
All right, if you spend that, I'll let that be true.
Okay, sweet. So I'm like, Cisco, by the way, I infused my wand with the ability to somehow affect this plane. So we can now, just met a little here and there, see what's going on, and maybe affect this a little bit while before the game starts. What do you think, buddy? You know what? Don't answer. You're a player. I want to insinuate. I want to put you in that. Don't worry about it. Plausible deniability, right?
I've been thinking about it, Kendrick. I've been thinking about it. These are celestial beings, right?
Right.
If we tamper with the game, aren't they gonna know? And then aren't we still even more screwed?
I don't worry about ifs. Let's worry about stacking.
Well, what if we take that idea, but instead of tampering with their stuff so that they lose, why don't we boost our guys?
And that means we can go back to our normal plane and not feel this stupid pins and needles feeling anymore that I absolutely hate.
Why not both? I mean, who says we can't do both?
I think that feeling you're feeling is actually we're on a different frequency, on a vibrational frequency. Which makes,
we just vibe differently.
You all hear kind of on the wind in a sort of tinny fashion, I don't know how many of you have passed out in your lives, but right before you pass out, when you get that sort of tunnel sound, you kind of hear that on the wind, and that's what most voices sound like here. But you hear Larbear's voice being like, "Fine, so be it!" And he fades when you look out the window. So he leaves. He's gone. You're now on this plane of existence by yourselves with the dead.
I'm going back.
Yeah, time to go back.
Going back.
Back in through the portal.
Well, I'm glad we got to see what we're up against. Let's go back.
That was not good.
Good talk, guys. Let's go home.
You reach the mirror and dunk.
No!
Where are you, Danny?
Are you kidding me? Is this punishment? He's punishing us. My god!
And you hear on the wind that same sort of tinny filter as you hear a referee's whistle.
Shit.
Well, what's this, boys? Looks like we found ourselves some potential new teammates.
Nope.
Nope.
Do it. Yeah, sure.
You see,
hide behind
this
Phineas.
ghost who would otherwise be absolutely terrifying. He's been ghostly for a long time. He's got glowy white eyes. His entire body is like a two-dimensional silhouette. He looks flat no matter where he turns. But his clothes, he's got a polo shirt and shorts and the whistle and everything, high socks and tennis shoes. But behind him steps up Clyde, who still has that rictus grin that you found him with when you found him in the caves. And you see another young boy who's got Viking tattoos all over his body and little wisps of what will eventually be a Viking beard. But right now it's just little peach fuzz. And he's got a little seahorse in a baggie as his familiar. And Clyde has an armadillo.
They can roll into a ball.
Wait, I have a question.
Yeah.
Are all of the aquatic familiars in little baggies when people are on land? Because that's kind of awesome.
Yeah, some of them. You lately there have been better magical systems for this, but because you have a feeling Leif's been playing this game for maybe thousands of years. Or rather hundreds of years, and so he's his is literally a bag. But at school, you see people with kind of floating fish bowls and stuff like that kind of follow around, or just floating balls of water.
I like to picture those cat backpacks when people have a cat and they want their cat in a backpack and it has a little ball, a little bulb, so that the cat can look out.
It's a fish backpack.
Clyde looks to you, Harvey. I remember you.
Yeah, I remember you too.
You should play with us.
No.
John? Coach, I want that one.
So
No, I step in front.
I
pull out-
attack that child.
I pull out my wand and I
Harvey.
click an SOS button.
What?
What is that on your wand?
So my wand. So
You could cast a spell.
no. So I would like to create an SOS spell then with my wand to hold on to it.
And what would you
Not a
like
life
the spell
alert.
to do? Yeah,
So I just want
describe how this would work.
To reach out, basically to cross to the straight to the larbear. So I have this spell. The reason why is because I got attacked, and I want to be able to have a last minute SOS message I could send out if I ever were to get dragged over again, as a last ditch kind of. So I want to send an SOS message. Not knowing how long it'll take, but I put it towards the mirror behind
I'm
me.
gonna let
outside.
you try, but you design that spell to work on your own plane of existence, and you're currently locked out via the mirror. So this is gonna be rough. We're gonna call this an 18.
Even with the wand be specifically tuned to work also in the spirit realm.
You're very clever.
Non-corporeal forms.
Yeah, you're out of your element.
That's true. That's very true. Okay, this would be charm.
This would be, well, you're trying to communicate, so let's call this. Yeah, I'd say that's still charm.
Okay. Dice don't fail me now.
Guys, this is bad. This is bad.
You guys can continue while I look for my dice.
I'm not him dead.
I look at Phineas and I say, "You need to open this mirror right now." You did it once. You have to do it. Or was that you? Was that you?
That's Kiki.
Phineas.
Dude, that was Harvey.
That was Harvey. Who did this?
It's me.
Just turned it on. He actually walked through it.
That's right. That's right. Hey, my buddy, look, okay? Look, you and I, we've been through a lot, but right now you need to redo what you just did because we got to get out of here.
Because this kid with the stupid ass smile that I absolutely do not like, he is coming after you, Harvey. That's not okay.
All right, so I'll try to open the mirror. I mean, but we have to see what happens with Kidrick's spell first, right?
Yeah, it was a 7. With everything added.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's like you just hear like wee wee, but it doesn't go anywhere. It's just
my God.
echoing around.
It's
It's
just
like a light.
standing there looking stupid.
Turn that off.
My laser pointer is that working?
I want to say to the little person, why don't you find someone on this side to play on your team? That's not us.
So
We're short one player. We'd love to pick. I've seen you play from this side.
No.
You're very good.
Thank you. I'm looking forward to shoving it right back in your face later tonight on the pitch. His mouth is open.
Still grinning.
Smile mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jaw.
It's terrifying. I kind of hesitantly asked the coach on the other side, what were you talking about with Miss Professor Polar Bear?
Well, I was explaining to him that he has not been following the rules. People who die on your campus are supposed to come directly to our side so that we can keep a team. Listen, we're trying to play a game here, okay? You understand?
Yes.
Okay. We need new players. One new player. We're almost there. One of you could easily join. Listen, we'll make sure you have a nice dormitory. We'll get you some blankets or something. For eternity. I mean, you can't beat those rates free.
Problem with your logic, sir. We're all alive.
Well, not for long. If you stay here much longer, you're gonna join this side anyway.
Oh shit.
I'm
Our
just giving you
vibrational
something to do while
frequencies.
you're here.
Well, Blackberry will be looking for us soon. I don't think he'd be very unhappy if you trap all of us over here.
Larbear is the one who broke the contract. Larbear is a putz, and I can't wait to see him back on this side.
Back on this side.
Wait.
I'm just saying I can't wait for him to die. So.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
because he was just here.
Okay.
Is there a way that we could work out some sort of deal where someone plays for you but doesn't die,
Like a
so
sub.
that we can get this ceremony started, and then we can work on getting everything back together afterwards. But we don't want anyone to die.
Right. Make a non-magical charm check to see if you can change his mind. And this will be a
Harvey.
difficulty
Come on,
of 11 because he's pretty desperate, but he still wants to play by his own rules.
Ooh, my charm is a D10, but I have +2 on it. So let's see. I got a 10. I got 8 plus 2.
That's awesome. I'll give him one
I
of my.
will.
Do you have an adversity token?
Well, he got it already.
I have an adversity token. I can use one of mine. So I'll use an adversity token to get to 11.
Nice. It's like, as much as I don't like this, I definitely just need to get this team up. You see, if we win, we get all of you. And that just makes life simpler for everybody, right?
Yeah,
right.
okay.
So, which one of you is it going to be?
Phineas. He's the best player.
All right, Phineas, is it? He looks you up and down. You ever played Fracas before?
Yes, he has.
A whole lot, all the time.
Make Phineas, you can make a charm check now. This is going to be a 12 to see if you can convince him that you've ever played this in your life.
Okay. It's like, go sports. Sports.
Oh no.
Or the points.
Wait, what? How much did you say?
12.
12.
Not gonna. It's not even possible.
I mean, he's a coach. He's going to be able to read.
right.
Who knows
Yeah.
what he's
My
talking
charm
about.
is a D6 plus 2. I can't get that.
Oh no.
How with that attitude, you can
6. That is 6.
Now, I understand you're desperate. I understand you want to win. Of course, that's what's been keeping the balance for all these days. However, don't send me a dud. If you're gonna play for me, you're gonna play for me. You're gonna play to win. And if I see you, any of you trying to take a dive, I'll keep you. You understand?
Well, I'll play. Honestly,
play.
I raise my hand. I'm like, Phineas,
Win.
I'm sorry. I can't let you do this. They're gonna know you're not very good, and I can't let you go out like that. You saved my life. Let me save yours. And I say, I'll volunteer.
That's not good. Kidrick knows every one of my moves.
Cisco, you're better.
Very
than
well.
me.
We'll take this Kidrick one.
Oh no!
You have to give him back. You know.
So he grips Kidrick, and you can see this weird sort of split as he yanks Kidrick out of like a sort of pseudo midpoint physical form into full spirit form. So Kidrick's body now becomes a solid silhouette. The clothes that he's wearing are still 3-dimensional, and then his physical body is just kind of like standing there. And before it can wobble and fall, you see Clyde go and kind of catch him and put him in a chair.
What
That's
was
for safekeeping.
Listen, what was going to happen if we didn't come over here? What were you going to do? Who would you have found? Because people die all the time. All the time. Like every second, someone's dying around the world. So why do you have to take him?
We're locally based. It has to be on the premises. But your headmaster has passed a spell over the grounds where if they die on the grounds, I don't get them. But that breaks the treaty. That breaks the rules. If they die, for instance, in the Finding Caves, they're all mine. That's off campus. Right, Clyde? It's like,
Yeah.
You were saving people there. Were you going to turn them later? Why did you take like Lady Santiago? Well, she went looking for you, but why did you take Rosie?
you're speaking of the Descenders. We don't directly have anything to do with them. They're trying to sabotage this final game and keep the portal from being proper. You see, if all 4 of those towers aren't up, then we just come and crash and take over. The land becomes ours again. If you're able to fix the threshold, then we can play fair. Either way, we win, so we don't really care.
Mr. Coachman,
How'd you know?
no, smart. So you want us to fix that 4th pillar, right?
I'm indifferent.
So that there's a fair game. Well, I mean, because we have the means of fixing it, but nobody knows at the school, so we have to literally go back and tell everybody how to fix it and give them the little metal thing that goes on top because we found that. So the longer we're here, the longer you don't get a fair game, because I mean, you said yourself you want a fair game. If he's breaking the treaty and you just come in because the thing is broken, that's not fair either. So don't you want a fair game? You're coach, so like I'd assume you'd want a fair game.
You're right. Very well. The mirror starts to ripple again.
That's right.
But this one's mine. For now.
You can have him.
If he cheats, he's mine forever.
Just before we leave, I want to make sure that that we're honoring whatever deal we made. So I want to personally sign a contract with the coach to make sure we get Phineas back after the game.
Okay.
That's Kidrick.
Kidrick.
Or Kidrick, sorry.
Yeah. So they
Make sure we get Kidrick back after the
yeah,
game.
and he's pretty straightforward with it as well, and he agrees. It's one of those like as long as Kidrick plays a fair game, win or lose, you'll get Kidrick back.
He chose the wrong.
Maybe not lose. If you guys win, you'll probably get Kidrick back. Because if you guys lose and the pillar isn't up, then they get the school anyway.
Who's the boss, Cisco? And I look down at my body and motion to my wand, which is still in my pocket, my corporeal pocket or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like, please send my stuff back to my family so they aren't worried about me.
Harry,
Including my wand.
bring my body back.
You're coming back. You're coming back.
That's what I was just gonna say. I was like, does Kidrick's voice go? Bring my body back. Bring my body back.
I'm speaking like this just because I want to. Take my body, please. Take my body back to my parents, just in case.
No, I've already established it's staying here.
Okay. Can you take my things at least?
No, you're not.
No,
you're not. This is temporary.
It's collateral, you understand?
This is only overnight. Over for the game, okay? We're gonna get you back tonight.
Right. Well, we've got to get back to practice. Get out.
Can you open this portal?
It's open.
It's open, yeah.
I'm wishing to Cisco, like, looking at a wand, like,
Nope.
What are you saying?
I've got a contract in my hand. You're good, Kidrick.
We want. Wait. What?
Let's go.
Yeah.
I would like to do like a summoning spell to get his fucking wand out of his pocket and bring it to me.
Okay. So an interesting thing sort of happens when it happens. The wand comes up and it splits much like Kidrick's body. So Kidrick, you also get kind of a phantom version of your own wand, while Tabitha, you get the physical one. And you're actually make a what would a stealth equivalent be? Let's call it a flight check to see if you can kind of do that under the radar of the coach.
And I'm using my wand, right? Because it's a spell. Okay.
Yeah. And this is only going to be a difficulty of 7. His focus is just on you guys leaving, so he's not looking for any funny business.
I got a 6.
I'll give her one of my adversity.
Okay. So how do you help in this situation?
I'm essentially like pushing it so it's faster. So
Okay.
as she goes up, I do a little jolt, sorry, and it pushes, it flies in her hand faster than as she's turning around to see it.
Nice. Perfect. Yeah. So you have phantom wand, she has physical wand, and you all pop back through the mirror. Finally warm. I mean, by comparison, it's still a Greenland. It's still very cold here, but it's not, dead cold. So preparations are going to now begin. The Coliseum is starting to fill with students, but only 3 of the 4 pillars are still up, and that 4th hub you guys still have in your possession.
When we pop over to the other side, I want to give Cisco the wand. I'd be like, that fool wanted you to have this. You weren't picking up on that, but he wanted you to have this, so I just got it for you here.
If this farts when I pick it up, I'm gonna and I pick it up.
Before you use it, let me give you back your bracelet too.
I almost forgot about that. You could have taken it.
Yeah, but I didn't.
Thanks, Steve.
I think we need to get this pillar fixed, because if it's not fixed and this game happens, we all die anyway. Yay!
Yeah.
I'd like to kind of use my summoning training to see if I can like meld the earth and build the tower back up.
Okay. So we let's call that a summon, and I'm going to say, since you're dealing with earth, I'm going to make this a grit check. So we're going to make this. I'm going to make this a 10.
Okay.
So again, like, whispers are heavy in the Coliseum. Students don't really know why they're there. There are still the passionate Fracas fans who've made their signs. They've painted themselves up and everything in the school colors. So they've got shimmering body paint that shifts color with like the aurora. They got their scarves and hats and stuff. But everyone else who is not normally a sports fan are all kind of leaning over. It's like, what did Lard Bear mean? I don't know.
I got a 10.
Got a 10. All right. Fabulous. So yeah, you Pieces of the original broken pillar first kind of like hover above each other, and then you're kind of just slinging rocks to fill the gap and using some a little bit of charm and stuff to kind of seal those. And the pillar looks almost as good as new, outside of the minerals not matching where you've patched it. Yeah, the hub is currently still not on or in place, however.
Can I hover it up there?
Sure can try.
I will try.
All right, so let's make it just a flight check to see how you can maneuver that up there. It should be pretty easy. We'll call that a 6.
Guess what I got?
A 6.
A 6.
Nice. So yeah, you're able to get it up there. Again, it's a bit of a heft. You've been lugging this thing around all day, so you've been getting a great workout, Tabitha. And you managed to plop it on, but you're not entirely certain if it is activated, because once it's placed, nothing seems to happen.
I figure it's not going to happen until the game. Right? Cool.
I would like to. Can I like just check the other pillars to see if there's like a magical source that's emitting or like something? I want to check like decipher magical artifact basically and see if like if it's still like pulsing or something.
Sure.
Or if I can identify it.
Yeah. So let's call that. It's just a brains check.
Okay, here we go.
And we're gonna make that an 8.
Okay. By the way, here's my D4. It's my favorite. It's like a.
Oh, it's the rounded ones. I love those.
Yeah,
Crazy.
It's awesome. All right, here we go. My brains is a D12. Right? Yeah. All right. Okay. Vamos. Okay, that's an 11.
Nice. Yeah, so you kind of fly from pillar to pillar, and something you notice, because individually they all say mostly the same thing, but you notice some words are slightly misordered on each of the plaques, and you're able to determine that what is supposed to happen to sort of securely, properly initiate that sort of threshold breach is you're supposed to have a wizard or witch on each end at each of the 4 pillars, and they all kind of work a charm together in order to safely unzip the 2 planes from each other.
Do the words on there, you said?
Yeah, it's not exactly an incantation, but you're able to just kind of piece together by comparisons, basically saying like, stand here, stand there, do magic, yada yada.
I say this to everyone, and I say, who wants to open this portal?
Well, are we supposed to?
Yeah, I was going to ask, is that something that the teachers usually do before the game starts, or the coaches or something, or is that something that they've not been doing since the pillar hasn't been around for a while?
It's something
so maybe we need to do that.
Yeah.
So we're going to have to do it.
Let's do it.
Right now?
Right now.
Well, we're here.
That's the spirit, Phineas.
I'll take a corner.
I'll take one as well.
How many do we need?
Or we all have to take one because Cisco's playing. And Kendrick's dead.
I'm only mostly dead.
Collateral.
So I'll take a corner as well.
Then chant these words.
Those are the exact words.
Ecum, Macoides, Dracorum, Status D.
Atu barada.
Macoides.
Kalima Shaktite.
That's them.
That's it.
Each pillar has its own words.
So each of you individually needs to make me a charm check of 7.
Okay.
Okay.
with the wand or without the wand?
With the wand.
Oh, thank God.
The wand.
And you are all working together, so you may shift your adversity tokens however you like amongst the 4 of you.
I got 16.
12.
Haha. 7.
Nice.
I got a 4,
Oh no.
including my bonus stats.
Oh my God.
Who's got tokens?
I have none.
I'm tapped.
I have 1. And
That would put you at
5, right?
That would put me at 5. What did you say? 6?
Yeah. So what happens is, sorry, Phineas, you, boom, like you say your words. You went with Klaatu Barada Nikto, of course. The hub starts glowing that same shimmery green, that same light that occurred in the entire plane everywhere. Boom.
Ooh, I got the
Kiki,
Earth one.
you do yours. Boom. Tabitha, you do yours. Boom. And then Harvey, it's like, bing. And like there's like this slow, beautiful, like creeping light sort of that was going to connect each of these things, and Harvey's just kind of like fizzles out before it can make it, and the other three just recede.
Do we have to like focus and stay there to keep it open, or is it just now open?
It is not open yet.
Or like
Yeah, I fucked it up.
But it is not game time yet either. It's getting very, very close. You see Larbear, Headmaster Larbear is now in the center of the Coliseum, and he's marching up to what would be his general viewing seat, which is just in the middle there on a heightened pole, and he kind of just, as a bear, climbs his way up to his chair.
Okay, so I'm going to rephrase my question. Once like your pillar is done, do you have to stay there and focus on it, or can I like go help Harvey?
So those first three are activated. You can go help Harvey if you like.
So yeah, go help Harvey.
Okay. All right. So same
check.
Mm-hmm.
Try this again. This time I got an 8.
I got a 9.
Yeah.
Nice. All right. And don't forget, you get a token for that last non-6.
For the fill.
Yes.
Right.
So now it's whoom, 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 and the fourth whoom, and they all these little crackly points of like very slow, colorful lightning just meet in the center, and there's a flash like a daisy cutter just across the sky, and you see Kidrick flying in, doing tricks and shit. You see the Viking kid, who Kidrick, you've learned his name is Leif, and you see Clyde. And so the three of you land your way down. Their coach also follows, and he takes his side of the Coliseum. All the other students now take their seats. Cisco, you are now met with your teammates, Cindy and Carlos.
Hello, Carlos.
Hello, Cisco.
You're on the
Wow.
same team.
Let's win it for them, and we'll settle this later.
That's right. But know that me and Ace are going to outscore you anyways, even though we're on the same team.
What's Carlos's familiar?
It's
A pug. Oh, Carlos, sorry.
It's a French bulldog Pepita. So somehow your team ended up with 2 land. So you have
Swimmer.
you have 2 land and 1 water against an even team of armadillo, seahorse, and bird. Or sorry, actually, wait, Kidrick, you got a woodpecker, right?
Yeah, woodpecker, yeah.
Yeah.
Well then, let's do this. May the best team win, and may the best man outscore the other man. Honestly, I hope
So it
that
only counts as
I
one.
look,
Hey, Cisco!
and I look at
I'm
Cindy,
waving.
and I'm like, I hope you actually outscore us.
You look out into the stands as you're prepping to play, and you see Lady Santiago. You see Rosie sitting next to her, and Kidrick. Your parents have arrived, and they look horrified to see the spectral version of you running around. But you seem to actually be having a decent time with it, so they ease themselves out a bit. They're all sitting around. All the teachers are in their own little area outside of Santiago. She's the only one kind of hanging out with the kids. And as the teams take their sides, the ball is first kind of like thrown up into the air, and before it comes back down to the ref, who is a very, very nervous-looking man, it transforms itself back into that walrus skull that initially crashed through the dining room table, which is a bit of a shock to the system of the living, because the walrus, while on the living side, has become a ball. For the dead, they still play with the actual skull. So it hasn't evolved into this sort of like gentler, rounder, softer version of the game. So you'll be playing old school rules.
Does the walrus skull actually still have all the teeth and stuff, like the tusks? 'Cause
It has
that's big.
It does have the tusks. Yeah, it's pretty much intact. It's just old and slightly polished. It's in decent shape for how ancient it is. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna treat these almost like attacks, I think. So we're gonna have you guys making opposing rolls for each other. The terrain opens up, and you see there's a strip of water in the center. There's some like heavy terrain, which is where you, Cisco, are kind of placed on one side, and then unfortunately in the sort of air area, that's where Carlos has been placed with his little French bulldog Pepita. So she's gonna have to be making these leaps from like various levels of like just hanging areas.
Wow.
French bulldog, right?
Yes, French bulldog.
Can someone do a spell and give Pepita wings?
Yeah.
Try.
I was
would
gonna
try
do
it.
something fun.
Oh, okay. What are we gonna do?
But I have to wait till the game starts.
Mm.
You can try and give her wings. Go for it.
Yeah, that's what I want to try.
Kendrick. Kendrick, now. Why now? We were
work?
such fools.
Does it work? Your wings?
What was that?
What do I have to do? I want to cast a spell to give Pepita wings.
Okay, so that'll be a charm check,
Okay.
and we'll make that a 7.
If it doesn't work, then I'm going with my plan.
Okay.
No, it's not working. I don't know why my charm is out for today. I got a 4 again.
So you try it, and your spell actually kind of shoots toward Pepita, and it kind of glances off once it gets to the main pitch of the ground. You have a feeling there's been some sort of like anti-interference stuff, so it just becomes it's going to be harder to get anything through because they want that clean, fair game sort of thing. Now the 3 iron balls have now dropped also. So one's at the bottom of the pool, one is standing like kind of swinging in like a little bird cage on the air area, and on the third side on the land side there's one in the middle, and that's the one that Ace is facing for you, Cisco. The ref blows the whistle, throws the skull up, and the game begins. So we're gonna have
Oh my God.
I'm gonna have Leif and Leif and Cindy are going to roll opposing to each other, and I'll roll for them real quick. All right, so neither of them get their hands on the ball on the walrus. So again, to further sort of define the game, humans, your goal is to get the walrus skull, keep the walrus skull in the air, while your familiars are trying to push the iron balls into the goals of your opponent. There are 3 goals on either side, or on either end, right? So you guys are, so it's basically volleyball for those of you up top, and then down below it's like soccer. You're trying to but there are 3 separate goals on either end. Cisco, what would you like to attempt? You're currently opposite Clyde, the creepy smiley kid with his armadillo.
And the skull, man, that's a big skull. I want to communicate to, Ace and say, fetch, and he can I want him to go for the ball, or the skull on the ground, while I take out my wand and immediately push the skull in the air towards my goal.
Okay, so for you, that's going to be a charm check.
Charm check.
and that should be we'll make that a 7. That's not gonna be too hard, and I'll roll for Ace for you.
Okay, here we go. Oh, that is an 8.
That is an 8. Nice. Yeah, so it's starting to fall. It looks like it's gonna fall behind you, and you're able to whip your wand and flick it back up in the air, keep the game going. Ace also manages to outrun the armadillo and pushes it with his little squishy pug face, and he starts rolling it up the hill on the terrain side.
Yes. Just like we practiced, boy.
Kidrick, it's you against Carlos. So what is your plan?
So, I hate Carlos. I'm for a second I forget that I'm on the opposing team because I just want to beat this guy. So, remind me, how far can we go in terms of, it's like hockey rules where if we shoulder bump them, it's okay.
Shoulder bumps are fine. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And his smug, his smug pug. No, you have the pug. Go right.
French bulldog.
He's a French bulldog.
French bulldog. You're up against a French bulldog who does not have wings and is very much struggling. So on the ground level, you have the advantage on that side of the field.
Okay.
Yes, Tabitha?
during this part, this is when I want to use my plan.
Yeah.
Okay, so I at that shop of like baubles and shit, I bought a reindeer skin drum where if I play it and meditate, I can turn into an animal. I would like to, because I have a big crush on Carlos, so like I would love to help him in this moment, knowing that Pepita does not have wings, and I want to turn myself into some sort of native bird that nobody would expect to like if it's flying around, like no one's like, oh, that's obviously a student, you know, some native bird.
So local fauna.
Local fauna, yes.
Sure.
So I would like to turn into a little bird so that I can go into that bird cage and push the ball down onto the ground so that Pepita can actually do something with it.
Okay. Awesome.
That's what I'd like to do.
So the tool works perfectly because that's what that drum is for. So you are now a bird.
I bought that because I'm rich.
Money, the true winner of. Oh fuck.
Happiness, contrary to what people say.
But yeah, so you become a bird. You fly down. Make a brawn check to see if, as a bird, you can knock this thing out of that bird cage, and that's going to be a 6.
I got a 6.
Nice.
My God, I have a D6 plus 1, so I got a 5 plus 1. I was very scared.
So there is a sort of like game announcer throughout this entire thing. And look, there is a slight interference from some local fauna as that bird. Oh, look, there the iron ball goes and falls down right in front of Pepita. How lucky! And you see Pepita's just like, and yeah, so that works. And now Kidrick, so what are you trying to do against Carlos specifically?
So I'm gonna try to body check him. You know, I'm just basically
Awesome.
just because I'm just looking for an excuse to hit him, and I couldn't do it when he was on the same team. So I wanted to kind of just body check him out and kind of make him disoriented, so I can make my next move towards the.
I will let you use a flight check or a strength, or a brawn check.
Okay.
But if you use your flight check, you're able to use whatever broom bonuses you get.
Okay.
I'm not sure if that helps you in this situation or not.
Flight would definitely help.
Okay.
And I'm going to say I'm playing this straight up right now.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be what would be what am I checking?
Either brawn or flight.
Oh,
so flight, I think is what described. Yeah.
Yeah. So what am I trying to roll?
Oh, sorry. I see what you're saying. This is actually going to be a 10 because he is a tremendous flyer.
Okay. All right. That is a 4. Yeah. So I didn't know.
Yeah. So you go by, and he's just like, "Whoa, are you dead?" And he like flips around. He didn't realize who you were until you got up this close. Like So he flips around, but he's able to dodge you. The walrus comes back down, and it's going to be up to. Oh, actually, sorry. I'm going to roll for the familiars of the water types. So between Leif and Cindy.
Come on, Cindy.
Yeah, so Cindy's octopus plays dirty, but to the advantage of the team, right? Because again, body checks, violence, totally fine in this arena. So the little seahorse comes and tries to like curl the ball around its tail. It's, larger than normal seahorse. Starts trying to like just drag it, and the octopus just with one arm smacks. Seahorse goes against the wall of the thing, and she's down, ladies and gentlemen. The seahorse is kind of blub floats to the top. Unconscious seahorse. And then the octopus it just with the other arms, all but like the front two, scoops up the ball and starts just crawling it to the other side. The walrus ball comes back down. Currently, you're in control of it. So much like volleyball, if you, Cisco, are able to knock it to the opposing team and they're not able to keep it up, that's their failure, right? The second that walrus hits the ground, it's going to be the end of the game. There's currently no score, however, so you wouldn't necessarily want to end it now. So what would you like to do?
I would like. So how close is the defender, the creepy person in front of me?
He's just matching your movements. He's just constantly in front of you, but he's maybe like 30 feet away from you. He's not super far.
Okay, I'm actually going to like rush towards them.
Okay.
Like, and then like as I get towards them, I want to time it where the skull like is falling forward, and I like front flip in front of him. and then like launch it forward. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like
right.
this. It's like a well, that's invisible.
Yeah. No.
Woo, and then it's like as I'm flipping, right?
All right. Yeah, this is definitely going to be a tricky flight check. So we'll make this an 11. And then after he makes his check, I'll see who else in the party wants to interfere. I know this isn't cheating, but you might have to try.
Come on, baby. Ah! Oh my god, dude.
Did it explode?
No, I got very close. I get a D. Oh no, I did get it because I got my boost in flight. So I have a 9 on a D10 plus my 1 for my wand on the D4, and then I get +2 for flight. So that is a 12.
Nice. Yeah. So you zoom up on Clyde, who's just and yeah, just bap, and the walrus skull just goes zooming, and he's gonna have to go and flip for it real quick to see if he can catch it.
Take that!
He does succeed, so it's like a very close save. He zipped, but he's creepy when he does it because instead of turning around to go after it, he just flies backwards, still locking eye contact with you. Just
Ew.
Clive's the worst. I can't stand him.
all right. What about the rest of you? Current, those of you watching are spectators.
I'm a bird.
You're a bird. You are a bird.
Helping wherever I can.
Phineas, Kiki, Harvey.
I actually want to do a psychic link to try to distract Clyde because I know he, for some reason, has this thing about looking up to me. And so I just kind of want to distract him, like kind of start chatting with him and be like, show some interest in him so that he starts to want to show more interest in me and pay less attention to the game.
Mm-hmm. Okay, we'll call that a... I'll let you do that as either a charm or a brains check.
Oh, I'm definitely doing brains.
Mm-hmm. And we'll call that an 8 because he's very receptive to you anyway. It's just more distance plus that threshold protecting the field is the only thing.
I got a 9.
Perfect. So how would you like to distract him? What are you saying in his head?
I'm just like, geez. Hey Clyde, what's up? Like, we should hang out sometime. I know that you're on a different corporal plane now, but I kind of like dead kids. So at some point we should chill. I want to learn more about the corporal plane and what's going on there, and if you want, you can tell me some things now, and you don't even have to play the game.
Hot damn!
Clyde checks out. So for the first time, Cisco, Clyde's not even looking at you. He just he turns the broom to the arena and he figures out exactly where Harvey is sitting. He's like, yeah, that sounds so good. You want to hang out after the game?
Yeah, totally. Or I mean, if you wanted to hang out now, we could, but
I'll see. Actually, make one more charm check to see if you can convince him to just leave this game right now.
Oh my god.
All right, what am I?
Oh,
what
sorry.
do you need it to be?
On this one, it's going to be a little bit harder because he knows he has a job to do. So we'll make this 12.
I rolled an 8. I have +2 on charm, so that's 10. Mm-hmm. And I have 2 adversity tokens, so I'll use them.
So everyone just kind of stops as this happens. You see Clyde just, and just leaves the field. Which at first, everyone's like, what? But then he lands right next to you, Harvey. And all he does is just turn and doesn't blink, just continues to just,
tell me everything about yourself. Tell me all of your secrets. We're gonna be friends forever, Harvey.
And this continues for the rest of the game. He's just in your face.
Oh my god.
I yell at Clyde, he's too good for you.
I need to take that opportunity, man.
Sure.
If he leaves it defenseless and he just knocks it back, I want to like grab it with my wand, like freeze and like as if a force hook kind of a thing, you know what I mean? And like launch it back, spike it back down.
You got to score a point first.
Yeah, you do have to score a point first because right now there's no scores on the board, so you don't touch the ground yet. You want at least one of the animals to score before that happens.
Oh, that's right. Shit.
I'll say you are easily without a check able to whip it back into the air though, just because he's not there to hit it. And the other 4 players are pretty engaged with each other right now.
This is a bigger thing, right? Like the ball that it's how is Ace doing? Because if he's doing kind of struggling, I would like to transfigure him into something a little into a bigger version of him.
Okay.
I have a question too. Sure. When Clyde leaves the field, what happens with his armadillo?
The armadillo is still stuck because he is limited to the ground, so he's still in that terrain portion. So it looks like the armadillo is still it's still playing. The armadillo knows the rules, but he's not taking any orders right now, so he's going to be sort of disadvantaged for the rest of this game. I lost my train of thought. We were at.
Sorry, it was transfiguration.
Transfiguring the pug.
Thank you. Yes. Yeah, you can try to transfigure Ace. He's doing okay because right now the ball is like he's got a lot of snot, so like it's actually helping roll the ball up the hill. It's just like this perfect little wheel system. It's like a little wheel up the hill. But if he were larger, he would be able to move a little bit faster, a little more strength behind it. So so this will be transfiguration. So make a charm check, and make that I'm gonna make that an 8 because I would say you've been practicing these tactics pretty much all day yesterday. As a backup option.
Here we go. Oh,
I wish I had pizza.
That's a 6, but do I get a flight bonus for being on my broom? I still get that bonus, right?
Well, for something that involves your flight, but since you're just kind of well, no, because you're on your broom. Yeah, yes.
Okay, then that will make it equally an 8.
Awesome. Yeah, so you just see this pug like bloop, 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 like Mario style gets just a little bit bigger, and he's able to push that thing just a little bit further. I'm actually going to roll for the armadillo to see if he's going to be able to stop him. Go! Let's go! Let's go! So Ace is able to
last night at the game.
Ace pushes it like with his face, and he manages to like bat the armadillo, who then rolls up defensively and rolls down the hill. Ace has a clear shot. So if you would like, I can roll for this, or you can roll for this, and this would just be a brawn check for Ace.
Oh, you roll for this. I don't trust myself.
I will roll for
that way I can blame you, Danny, instead of
Ace
me.
is officially
Fabulous.
the bird.
So I'm gonna say he just needs to beat a 5, which is gonna be hard in his current state. Boom. You see this little pug just like no! Ding, ding, ding. Boosh! There's like magical confetti that shoots up at the back. Yeah! And we have the first score of the game!
Yay! Kiki spills her popcorn.
If we have a point,
and
I still have control of this ball, I would like to slam it down.
Okay. So for you, that's a brawn check, and I'm going to let the other 2 remaining players on the team attempt to intercept. So for you, that's
crap.
Right now, you have a pretty open shot, so it's going to be easy for you. It's going to be harder for them to stop it because they're on the wings of the field. So I'm going to give this to you for an 8.
Okay.
Is there anything other players can do to distract the other team, or while
I'm a bird.
Sure. Yeah.
So that is. Oh, go for it. Go for it.
Yeah, I was going to say, because as spectators and as players, I still want you to be involved in this particular game. Yeah. So what would you like to do? And Kidrick, you are the opposing team.
Yeah.
So you're going to have to try and stop him.
I'm looking at my coach, who's staring at me like so I know I'm in a wide open, so I have to first of all say, but I hate to do this, but I want to try to charm Cisco to make him feel like he can't do it. Like, you can't do this, and I'm gonna jump on my broom, like standing on top of it. Says, you got in there because I let you get in, and I make a beeline towards it to try to fuck with his head while I be between him and the.
Okay.
And because I'm doing a stunt, I have a
Wow.
+3 charm check
I don't have an
against
item that does that.
any
That's
character
very
who
sweet.
witnesses the stunt.
All right. So this is a lot of things happening at once. So give me 2 seconds while I figure this out.
because I was also wanting to charm Kidrick.
Okay. All right. So then
What's happening first?
chain of action will be Phineas.
Yeah.
If you succeed in charming Kidrick, then Kidrick's next action can't happen, and then that next action won't affect Cisco's. So we're gonna start with you, Phineas.
Cool.
So Phineas, you're gonna try and charm Kidrick.
Right.
Kidrick is kind of like the charmer of charmers. This is the thing he's good at. So this is going to be tricky for you, and with the fellow disadvantage of there being a sort of magical barrier between you and them, this is going to be an 11 to stop Kidrick.
Okay.
How is all of this not cheating?
It is. The question is if the ref sees you, and I've been checking for that on the sides as well.
Great. While this is happening, while that's happening, can I, as a bird, fly back to my dormitory and pick up my anxiety sphere, my soul sphere?
Oh, the soul popper.
Yeah, that thing.
Yeah.
The one that can increase anxiety of the person who is next to it.
Yes.
Great.
Yes, you may.
I'm gonna pick it up.
Perfect.
So you
you
said-
go and you have it.
It was an 11.
Yep.
I got an 8.
Yeah, so you're trying to do it, and much like Harvey's spell earlier, it just kind of glances off of that extra field. You're not able to do it. Now, Kidrick,
It's a non-magic
Dick.
charm.
Yeah, so this is going to be a charm on Cisco. This will also be difficult because Cisco is talented. He does believe in himself in this sport, and he got onto this team for a reason. So you're also fighting against his healthy self-esteem. So we're going to put that also at actually no, we're gonna make that a 12 because honestly he's killing it right now.
Okay,
He's
cool.
got it. Yeah.
My ego, dude, is just.
I'm just yelling it loud enough so my coach can hear it, but unfortunately they're like equal distant from each other, so they both hear it. Trash talk. And I got a 3. There you go. But I'm also
Kidrick
darting.
only succeeds in kind of looking like an undead douche. You suck.
So I guess the next thing to do is I'm trying to have the distance between the ground and where the skull is, so I can kind of get underneath it and possibly
All right.
capture it or stop it.
I'm good. I'm not going to use written rules for this. I think I want you, Cisco, to just make a brawn check, apply any modifiers you have, and whatever number you get, I'm going to have them make flight checks to try and catch that number.
Got it.
Okay.
Can I drop my soul thing next to Leif?
Yes. Yeah. Once this happens, we'll be able to do that. It's also going to take you a couple seconds to whip around and get your object.
Is that with? I'm not using a wand for this, right? Is this just a regular brawn check?
Your wand is
Or am I
on
using-
you if you'd like to use. Oh, to like whip the ball around? No, you do use your wand for that. Yeah.
Okay, so then I got a 9.
Okay, so a 9. So then for Kidrick, and I'll also roll for Leif. So they have to do a brawn check. All
Leif.
right, so Kidrick, do a brawn check. You're trying to beat a 9.
I got a 5. This is
Awesome.
my +1 stat, so it's D6 +1. There's no other.
Leif got a 1. So you see the skull. And Tabitha, sorry, well, you still have the soul popper, and things are still going to unfold, but the game ends, the skull splashes in the water, there's all this thing, all of the other confettis go off on both sides of the field. The threshold doesn't flicker exactly, it solidifies, and you can see some of the dead kind of land down. You see Larbear come down from his tower as they sort of face off.
As I spike it, I want to just for flair. I like turn around, look at the audience, and I'm like flying, and I go like this.
I'm gonna say there's like a spell in there, so you're like dropping Aurora Borealis, sparkles
exactly.
down as you go. Fabulous. All right, well the game is done, but now there is the matter of maintaining, breaking, amending the treaty. So you all, the shimmer is down, the land is open, lots of people are rushing the field to you did it, you beat the dead.
Is there a portal to the other realm?
Just the one
open?
in the sky.
I fly into it.
What?
Why?
Okay.
I need to get Kidrick's body.
But not a spirit, just the body.
Well, I need to get his body to put his spirit into the body before he disappears.
Okay.
Coach is literally gonna do that.
He was.
Oh, then never mind.
Okay.
Yeah, we got a contract saying.
Yeah,
that
I was
this
actually
is
about
gonna
to
be done.
say, as So as the coach goes to the field, the coach flicks his own sort of phantasmal wand, and then Kidrick, your body comes just kind of like limp dragging it out of the thing, just, and everyone's like, ah! Corpse like end over end, and it slaps into Kidrick's ghost body, and then you're whole again. Your broom comes back. I don't know physically how to describe this because you're currently a bird, Tabitha, but wherever that wand is gets ripped from wherever you are and also joins itself back in Kidrick's hand.
She gave it to Cisco.
So now we have a scene where Larbear is standing against a bunch of ghosts, and the coach is standing there. You know, it's like, well, that was a good game. Good game. I guess you won. You keep your school. That's fine. However, it's time for you to start honoring your contracts. The dead at the school come to me. And Larbear's, I can't agree to this anymore. It's not what should happen. The children are innocent. Why do you think it's okay to take the souls of the unwilling? They're bickering back and forth, and all of you can get involved if you like.
I'm a bird.
You're a bird. You're a bird with a ball. You're a bird with a magic ball.
I'm a bird with a magical ball.
Master Larbear.
Drop it.
We should leave this open.
Huh?
We should leave the portal open.
I want to drop
It
it.
shouldn't just be for a game. They should be able to freely be a part of this realm.
Yeah, we can learn so much from people who have passed on. They can teach us what not to do.
I want to drop it next to Coachman.
You drop it next to Coachman. You coach Coachman. You drop the ball at Coach Coachman. And so the second it bashes in front of him, it like a normal person would probably just go in the nostrils, but because he is this sort of mist himself, it just blends with him. He's like, I'm never going to win another game. I'm a hack. I don't know what I'm doing. I have no business to be. Like, did you see that bird? I guess just me. Never mind. The Coachman just bails. He goes. He just slips up into the other side. So Larbear is there with a new representative, like the assistant coach, who's finally like kind of wide-eyed. It's like, this is my chance. Hi guys. How's it going?
Why are you Australian?
Well, that's when I died, right? I'm Coach Boy. It's nice to meet you. Assistant Coach Boy. So, leave it open, you say? That's interesting.
If there seems to be, if the keep the magic in the world, if it's about to burst because it's not, you guys aren't able to come out enough, then why don't we just leave it open so magic's always flowing, or the realms are always flowing?
Right. That doesn't sound too bad. But what about us getting team members? You know, once someone on our side's passed on to the other side, then what are we supposed to do for new blood?
We can sub. We have subs. I subbed.
Limit.
It's difficult, right?
I'm bird.
We just did like a whole test game where we kind of, tried out the idea of letting one of us play with your team for a while and then coming back. So maybe we can work on that, and that being a new solution that, every now and then, if you don't have enough players, then someone can substitute, as long as they don't, they still have their life to live afterwards.
Maybe they could be a new section of the school.
It could be like a strengthening an astral plane version of students.
You're saying
Astral plane.
I could be a founder of the school. I could create my own sort of little area.
I'd like to dive bomb him just a little bit because that was a dumb idea.
Birds are friendly.
No.
Honestly, Coach, you guys need it after playing on your guys' team. I mean, look at Clyde. Clyde's still over there trying to chat up Harvey.
He really
He's
is.
a star player.
He's still here
Aside from
talking
me.
all the time.
But Larbear seems actually intrigued by that idea. Well, if we do keep it open, and you're all residents of this school, we could open a wing for you. It's not that hard. We just shift reality a little and plop yourselves a new place, and that might work. And I would be honored to have you all exist among us. And you could maybe teach us things about the other side. We could come and visit you. We could do field trips, that sort of thing. And everyone's just kind of looking at each other like, all right. So they get to work forging a new contract from the school, and you all are invited to be signers on this new contract.
I'm no longer a bird.
You are no longer. Larbear winks at you because he knew it was you the whole time, of course. So he, so all of you like work out the details together, and yes, so this threshold will remain open forever. So they're basically they decide instead of adding a new spoke to the wheel of the physical school, that the entire mirror plane of the school is going to become the campus for the dead, or those visiting the dead. So there's basically two realities in one space at any given time, and they're welcome to pass through that portal anytime. It's going to stay open forever. So the new Coach Boy becomes a new founder of the school. They built a statue of him on the other plane.
Nice.
And
I go to Cisco. I say, Cisco, oh man, I just want you to know that I didn't mean anything I said. That was awesome how you spiked it.
Hey.
Oh my God. And just, I love you, man. And I'm sorry if I said anything to make you feel bad.
No, you're good. Plus, you really I gotta tell you, you really showed Carlos that he's not that good. So
Carlos sucks.
you did great. Yeah.
Sucks.
right here.
Good game, man.
Good game, man. Good game.
Carlos does come a little bit closer to you guys. He's like, hey, I'm sorry. You're a good player. You really showed up out there. Good job.
To me?
Yeah, to you.
I look at him and I say, Carlos, good job. You too.
I walk by Carlos and I go, wasn't that bird really cool? Like,
It was a
that
good
bird
game.
helped your dog. Like, how cool is that?
Yeah, I saw that. I really liked that bird. That was a cool bird.
Yeah, did you notice like her like blonde feathers? Like she was really cool.
Were you the bird?
Yes, I was the fucking bird.
Will you go to the winter ball with me?
Yes. God.
Awesome.
Not for
Cool.
years.
Yeah, fuck these guys. And he like just takes your arm.
Was he attracted to the bird or was he attracted to...
Just don't ask questions.
Don't judge me. I'm just curious.
I look at Woodrow. I'm like, Woodrow,
Wow,
I'm sorry, buddy.
Well, we
Should be human
saved
first.
the not only the school but the fabric of reality here.
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy.
Larbear holds a ceremony for you all. A sort of thing that's normally held for like, end of year, like not graduation specific, but like these sort of ceremonies. But he gives each of you a brooch or like a badge. It's like this shield. It's a shield of the school. It has the spokes and all the different founders and stuff. Imagery of the each of the landmarks.
Very busy.
So he pins it on each of you. He inducts you into the arsenary. Oh my God.
Arsenal Hall.
Arsenary.
Arsenary Hall of Fame. So you all your names end up on a plaque. Your likenesses embossed on this sort of brass thing. But much like magical photos, they're constantly moving. So it's a lot of you just kind of just hanging out, laughing, having a good time. So he pins those shields to each of you and roars applause from everyone around. All the kids are like, yeah!
Does he clap and our faces appear on all the banners?
Yes. And they just they like drip down in various sizes and stuff. It's again a little busy. Graphic design is not the strength of the school. But yeah, so that we did it. You did it. The end.
Well,
I have to turn to
shall we
Clyde
start
and say,
our third day of school?
just as we're ending, I have to turn to Clyde and say, we can meet up sometime, but I've had enough for now, and then I punt him back up into the corporate zone.
He's like, golden boy!
We did it!
Did it! Well, thank you everybody for hanging out for Kids on Brooms, Witches, Wizards, and Wonders. They saved the school, they saved reality, and now they're all friends with the other side. Hooray! Well done.
Hell yeah.
And thanks for hanging, y'all.
That was fun, man.
Super
That's
fun.
awesome.
That's
fine.
I love this system, man. It's great. It's real great.
Tis a good one.
Yeah. Thanks for doing that, Danny.
Yeah, well, thanks for playing, man. Thanks for coming.
Yeah.
Thanks, like all of you, for playing. This is cool. This is like the most people I've ever run in anything, and I love that the system doesn't break when that happens. Well, as always, we're going to pay that love forward with a little bit of a raid. So, Ryan, where are we headed?
We are heading to Encounter Roleplay.
Fabulous. For those of you who missed it, we recently did, or Chunk and Cucumber guested on Encounter Roleplay for Rest in Pieces, which is a hilarious RPG game that utilizes a Jenga tower. Basically, Death is your roommate, and he's a dick, and it's like a slacker comedy. It's super fun, really easy to jump into, good for all levels. Go check it out. It's still on Kickstarter for a couple of days, and I think our video should either be up on YouTube or Twitch still right now.
It's awesome.
Nice.
See you back here at 7:30.
7:30, perception check!
Yeah.